Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and to today's video. Now today I wanted to talk about how do Thai people, how does Thailand actually feel about foreigners and expats living in the country. This is a topic that is not really often discussed, but certain people seem to have very strong opinions either way about the feelings towards foreigners in the country of Thailand. So yeah, I thought it would be an interesting topic to discuss in this video. But first, if I could ask you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, I would really appreciate that. As I said in yesterday's video and probably a few before, we're trying to get to the 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible, and I promise I'll stop asking as soon as we hit that mark. But anyway, let's continue with the video. Now, as someone who's been doing YouTube for a while now, a few different channels, and as someone who's lived in Thailand for a long time and sort of trying to be part of the community of people who have moved from different countries to Thailand, I think the overarching opinion that many people share about Thailand and Thai people towards expats is that expats are sort of an accepted annoyance. I think that makes sense, for lack of a better word. An expected annoyance they sort of put up with, but really wish they weren't here. And also the same about tourists as well. Well, we want the money, but we don't really want the people to come. We want, if people are here, expats spending money, it's okay, but we're not going to give them any sort of rights in the country beyond being able to extend the visa every year. And I think that belief is held by so many people because of how you feel as an expat or how you feel as a foreigner in the country of Thailand. You can be here for decades, but still be on an extension of stay that needs renewing every year, still need to renew your work permit year on year or every 2 years, depending on which one you went for. And you always have the sense of being an outsider, even if you have a family, even if you have developed quite strong roots in the country. And I think that leads many people to come to the conclusion that foreigners are not really welcome in Thailand in a way that perhaps foreigners are welcome in other countries around the world. Now, how I look at it is slightly different. I personally don't agree to that extent. I agree to some extent, but I don't think it's Thai people or Thailand in general. I think it's a small subset of influential people who make the decisions that cause it to be like it is for foreigners. Now I know lots of Thai people, lots of amazing Thai people all over the country who don't really have strong opinions either way. As far as they're concerned, if someone's come here, they have a family and they're not causing anyone any harm, they're not causing anyone any problems or any bother, they should be allowed to stay after meeting certain requirements slightly more easily than they are currently allowed. And that's the picture that I've gathered from many Thai people that I personally know. They don't really care at the end of the day. They're busy getting on with their own lives. They're busy trying to get by. They're busy trying to, enjoy their own selves. And the thought of, the foreigners' plight in Thailand is, quite low on the list of priorities for them. So, when we're talking about Thailand, perhaps we're talking about, as I said, a small subset of influential people who, potentially want to protect Thailand and keep it as it is, for them. Now, we all know the huge disparity in Thailand when it comes to, distribution of assets and things of that nature. Some of the richest people in the world that live in Thailand come from Thailand, and there are lots of monopolies in place to protect their interests. You've got one company that they own Macro, now they own Big C, they also own Lotus, and they own the 7-Elevens. They basically own everything. Then you've got one company that owns all the beer, or a couple of companies that owns all the beer. So, the idea of foreigners coming in, perhaps they were given too many rights, they were given too much things. Perhaps that would cause Thailand to change away from how they want Thailand to be. And at the end of the day, they're Thai and it's their country, they can do what they want. So, while I can sort of get that point that many people have, I don't look at it like it's a clear-cut black and white sort of issue. Now, we all know it's hard to live permanently in Thailand. It's relatively easy to stay long-term, even permanently, but to stay without having to jump through hoops on a regular basis, that's quite difficult. And I think it's done that way on purpose. And Yes, why though? Why is it done that way? Just to protect things, to keep them how they are. But then if we sort of go back and say, well, they're trying to stop Thailand from changing too much, changing away from the old traditional mindset. And I would have to disagree, and I think they're failing miserably. They want Thailand to stop changing, yet they're developing it at such a rate of knots that cities are no longer recognisable. Bangkok, as an example, is unrecognisable from the city it was when I first moved there. So they want, the development, they want the pace of the development, but they don't want any competition, or they don't want any sort of interference in, the higher echelons of society, so to speak, where they seem to have, the best luck and own the most stuff. So that's how I would tend to look at it in that case. I don't think it's a broad, we don't like foreigners approach that many people think it is. Many people call it a black and white issue. And I would strongly disagree with that. I think that many people don't care. Many people couldn't care less if there are foreigners living here, as long as they, not harming anyone, getting by, and just living their lives. Especially when they have family, have roots in the country, maybe have a business employing Thai people. Yeah, they don't see it that way. But this is the type of video I'd love to get your comments in the comment section below as well, after you've subscribed, because I want to sort of open this up to you guys to say, well, what do you think about the whole situation of our foreigners welcome in Thailand, or what do Thai people actually think about foreigners? Because I've wrestled with this sort of thing nearly for as long as I've been in Thailand. When I first moved here, I was quite young, extremely naive, and just assumed that I was going to be able to live in Thailand and get citizenship easier than someone would be able to get citizenship in England. Why did I have that belief? Why did I have such a false, ridiculous belief? Because as far as I was concerned, if I was given a Thai passport, I can't all of a sudden get any money from the Thai government. I can't really get any financial benefit whatsoever. Whereas if someone got an English passport, bang, have everything you want. So I was sort of taking it up as a financial incentive. Well, it should be easy to get this because I don't actually get anything apart from the ability to live in the country. Whereas you get passports for other countries, you get an awful lot more things, the ability to travel, the ability to get benefits and all kinds of things of that nature. So yeah, it's one of those difficult topics to touch on. But if we look at neighbouring countries in the region as well, very difficult in Malaysia to get any kind of permanence in that country. And countries like, I'm not sure about Vietnam or Laos, but in Cambodia, for example, it's slightly easy if you've got money. You can sort of, I think you can get a passport in Cambodia if you've got money, but would you want that? That's another question. Then there's Burma, well, who knows? Philippines, again, I'm not 100% versed on the visa issues there, but getting permanence, yeah, I don't know. Naturalization, is it possible? No idea. But yeah, foreigners in Thailand, how do Thai people consider them and think about them? I think it depends who you ask, and I suppose this is going to be a bit of a cop-out of a conclusion, but some people won't care, some people will think that foreigners shouldn't even be here, and there will be people in the middle who say, well, it should be here as long as it's benefiting Thailand. But that's the question that I find difficult to answer. When people say, well, many people I've seen, interviewed and talking about foreigners in Thailand, saying, well, as long as they're benefiting Thailand in some way, I have no problem with it. But what is classed as benefiting Thailand? Is having a Thai spouse and a Thai family, is that classed as benefiting Thailand? Because they're Thai, therefore you're supporting them, you're benefiting Thailand in that way. So does that need to be included as well? It's a difficult one to know. But anyway, guys, love to get your opinions, your takes on this topic. It's always one of those topics that's often discussed, but when it is discussed, there's sort of people on either end of the spectrum who have wildly different opinions about the whole situation. So I would like to know your guys' opinions in the comments. And as I said, please subscribe to the channel, guys. Trying to get to the 1,000. I promise I'll stop asking as soon as we hit that target. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. Catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys, and bye for now.